we now live in an age where everybody is using AI, and everybody's using AI all the time. Like I just told you, if I'm at a ball game and I'm like, man, he's got 25 home runs in June already. What's the most home runs that we're hitting? 1965, the year I was born. And you can type that into ChatGPT or type it into Claude or type it into the AI of your choice, and you're going to get that factoid. And most of the time, it's going to be right because it's just a factoid. Unfortunately, what we have encountered, not so much, but it's going to become more and more a problem, are people typing into Chat GPT, I'm applying for Social Security Disability, and they've sent me an ADL form. What should I write? What should I write on an ADL? Chat GPT, he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you exactly what you need to write on activities of daily living form. And God help you with your claim if you write that kind of stuff, because it's going to be wrong, wrong, wrong. It's going to be based on the other 3, 5, 10,000 people who have asked that question, or
Yep.
maybe have put in something that the AI is now pulling from, whether it be ChatGPT or Claude or Plexity or any AI program that you're using. I would highly encourage you not to do those kinds of, it's personal me, you know, those kinds of questions, and ask a AI to help you with that, because it is much more credible for somebody at Social Security to see your chicken scratch and your handwriting is terrible on this form, but doggone it, it's yours. You actually answered that question, and it's yours. It's not something that, artificial intelligence, which it's definitely artificial, and it's rarely intelligent, in my humble opinion, that they're trying to give you the answer to win your case. Okay, yeah, you want the answer and you want to win your case, but you certainly don't want a manufactured answer, because one, it's not true if it's manufactured. You want it to be true. In fact, we've talked about this before. If you fill out these forms, they become sworn testimony later on. Well, the judge, if you make it that far to a hearing, the judge might say, okay, well, I see that you said that you know, you can't take care of these 3 horses that you've had, since you were a teenager. Um, you went into the exam, and the guy said that you smelled like a barn, and you said, "Well, yeah, I've been taking care of my horses." Well, which one is it? It would make more sense if you're just telling the truth. And so to ask AI, "What should I write?" is horrible.
Yeah.
Same thing. Let's go a little bit further. You're on your own, because if you have a rep, they would probably tell you, you steer clear of AI with these kinds of questions. They're going to mess you up. But let's say you don't have a rep, you're all by yourself, and you've been denied twice, and you're at the hearing level, and boom, you get that letter in the mail. Your hearing has been scheduled for August 15th at 3 o'clock. Okay, at August 15th at 3 o'clock, I got to be for this hearing. You go on to your favorite AI program. What do I tell a judge in a disability hearing? It's going to tell you what to tell a judge in a disability hearing, especially if you say something as foolish as, what do I tell a judge in a disability hearing if I want to win my claim?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. There are no ethic parameters or ethical parameters. You just asked it, what do I need to say to win my case? You didn't ask it, to help you truthfully express what's going on in my life. You didn't ask it that. You asked it, what can you, and it's going to give you an answer. And once again, God help you when you get that answer. You go into the judge, and, let's say that because it's a phone hearing, and that the judge can't see you, you've either written down what AI has told you, or you have your phone or your iPad there, and well, Judge, I'm disabled because da 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 da, and you start reading. Let me tell you, These judges are highly trained individuals, and you do that kind of nonsense, they're going to come right out and ask you, "Are you reading something?" And you better tell them the truth. And when you tell them the truth, yeah, what are you reading? Well, I asked, ChatGPT to tell me how I can win my disability hearing, and it told me that I needed to word things like that. All right, well, you need to put that away, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and we're going to go through this the way it's supposed to go. It will not work well for you. And we are in that age that we really count on that. And like if it's a factoid, it's usually, the information is usually correct. But when it's asking you, how do I go about this? Or, how should I word this? Or how should I do this? There are no guideposts that it has. Nothing's going to stop it from saying something that's absolutely ridiculous. Not just ridiculous, but untrue. And if you start telling Social Security things that are not true just to win your disability case, they have a word for that. And the word is fraud. And you want to avoid that.
Yeah.
It will follow you forever. So, my little snippet is, we live now in the age of AI. I use it. I love checking out factoids. I love putting in travel information. How long is the flight from this to this? If I land at this airport, how far is the drive from this? I love doing that, and I love having it at my fingertips. And there's some other things, just silly factoid things. When was the first light fixture? In America, when did the first bulb light up on electricity instead of gas or whatever? Those are kind of fun to look at. But to use it in something so personal and something so subjective as disability, you're just flirting with disaster. I can't see, I literally can't see any favorable result from you with using AI to help you fill out a form or help you word something so you feel better about it. If you got a fourth grade education and you word something like you've got a fourth grade education, fine.
Yeah. No
What's
problem.
wrong with that? That's the truth. You misspelled, half the words. So what? That's the truth. You get AI to polish something up for you or to put something in a way that you would never put it. You wouldn't even think of it that way, and you don't even recognize it as yours when you read it. It's the worst thing you can do, and once again, it will not go well for you. It just won't. It's going to be recognized by, if it's not recognized at the lower levels, which it probably will be, but it's definitely going to be recognized by a judge. And the nice judges are going to say, put away all that garbage, and we're going to do this the right way. And some of the not so nice judges might not say a word and might just deny you by in the denial letter calling out everything that was a contradiction. Well, the medical records showed this, and he said this, and that wasn't true because the medical records showed this. The form that he filled out was definitely not by him.
Yeah.
You get that kind of stuff, and it follows you. And that's the last thing you want. You don't want some horrible mistake to follow you, and you can't get out from under it. So just don't make that mistake. And that's my, cautionary tale on AI.
If you have a question about your disability case, give us a call at 615-453-9151 Monday through Friday, or click the link in the description of this video.